Yo, what's up everybody? Today we're at Pirate Studios. I'm working with a vocalist called Liz. I'm going to be doing some backing track recording. So she's downloaded some backing tracks. She's a covers artist and I'm just recording vocals today. But I wanted to show you, because I've been asked by a couple of my friends, like, what am I using to edit vocals, so I thought I would show you today what I'm using and how they work, and just kind of show you a little bit of my process with vocal editing. And today, a bit later on in the day, because we've got the studio for hours and hours and hours, I'm gonna try and see if I get time to come up with a beat from scratch, write some lyrics, and then get Liz to put down some vocals. Gonna be a bit of a challenge because we'll be really tight on time, but could be a lot of fun. So if you're into that kind of stuff, carry on watching, give the channel a like and subscribe. Let's go. Okay, so a couple of people have asked me what I do or what I use when editing vocals, so I'm just going to quickly show you. But because today we're doing lots of songs with Liz, we're doing like, there's probably what, there's about 7 or 8 songs on here that we've got to try and get through. So today we've got to be quick. So a tool that I really like to use when doing lots all at once is a tool made by iZotope, and it's called Nectar 3. It's really good. You can get it from Splice on a subscription basis, but Splice, so we're going to be using Nectar 3, and we're also going to be using Antares AutoTune Pro. And then we're going to do a little bit of manual tuning with Melodyne, but you can use the one that's just straight in Logic if you want to. So we'll dive in now and have a quick look at that. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is just tighten up the vocals a little bit to begin with. We're not going to tune yet. I'll show you that afterwards. But we're going to use AutoTune Pro. We're going to go to the key of G major, and then we've got soprano, alto, tenor, low male. Because you've got quite a high voice, we're going to go soprano. Now I've turned the retune button down to 40 because if I don't, this is what happens. And it sounds like
a robot.
Yeah, it sounds like a robot. So we brought it all the way back down to 40, which just means it's not tuning it quite so fast. And then we changed the flex tune and we pushed that up a little bit and we've humanized it just to give it a little bit more of a natural feel. It's still a little bit robotic at the moment, but we're going to tweak it again afterwards. So all that's doing is just tightening things up a little bit. So this bit now, what Nectar 3 does is it just helps speed up the process of mixing vocals. So you've got this vocal assistant button at the top here. You hit the vocal assist, you hit assist, next, and then you go here you got vibes. So you got vintage, modern, and then moderate, aggressive. I always kind of go in the middle and then tweak it as I like it afterwards. Then what it's doing, it's going to wait for you to play the audio so it can listen to the vocal and then decide on all the levels, and you'll see all the different things that it does. All that's done is it's done an EQ, it's done some compression, it's done a subtractive EQ and an additive EQ. It's just getting rid of some of the bad frequencies, and it's kind of doing that automatically. You can dive in there and tweak this as much as you want. I'll show you in another video on another day though how to do it in full detail. But what this does as well is it adds all your limiters, adds a little bit of reverb. You can add your delays in there, you can do everything. So if you just have a quick look what it's done, so it's added it's found the pitch, but we're not using pitch correction because we're using auto tune. You got your gate on there as well, your noise gate, which is not on at the moment, but I will put that on. It's got your EQs, your DSR, some compression, and it's added some reverb. Now you can go in here and you can add as much stuff as you want. You could add some harmonies, you could add saturation, you can add some more compression, you can add delay, do whatever you want. But this is just a really cool tool. I will do a really sort of longer, in-depth review of that particular program. It's great to use and it speeds up the process by like 100 times. So check that one out. And Liz just nearly fell off a chair. So we've done the auto tune, which just tightened things up a bit. We've done the iZotope Nectar 3. That's tightened the whole mix up in general. We've tweaked it a little bit to get it sounding how we want. We've then cut and trimmed all of the sections and done the fades. I always like to do that. And then the very last thing I do is I just go into Melodyne. Make sure that you put Melodyne right at the very beginning of your track, because it needs to hear the raw audio. And I'm just going in there now and I'm just fine tuning any of the last little bits that need doing. And then that is literally Melodyne AutoTune Pro, Nectar 3. And that is literally all I'm using on the vocals today. And they sound great. So let's just have a little listen to that section that we've just done.
I need you. Since you left me, did you see me with another girl? Seeming like I'm having fun. Although she may be cute, she's just a substitute, because you're the permanent one. So take a good.
So that's it. That's literally it. That is all we're going to do on the vocals on these. We don't want to go crazy on a song like this because it's not like a pop track. It's quite a vintage song. So we don't want to go crazy with it. We don't want to over-tune it. We don't want to go mental with it because we don't want it to sound too processed. A bit later on, we're going to do some dance songs. Those ones we might process a little bit more just to give it that sort of pop feel. But for something like this, just for doing a cover or a backing track cover, that is all you need. If you just use those three things and nothing else. You can use the things that are built straight into Logic, but those are just the three that I like to use on these types of projects. So we've literally just finished recording like 3 or 4 songs. I can't even remember. She's hiding from the camera. We've done like 3 or 4 songs. We've just got a couple more left to do, haven't we? It's like 2 or 3. And then we're going to try and work on an original track just randomly. So I'll show you that bit as well. But I think we're going to go with a dance track today, or try to anyway. Yeah. We'll see. So we've just done like an entire day's worth of recording vocals with Liz, and we've finished that now. And I've just decided, with the spare time that we have in the studio, we're going to attempt, because Liz sings a lot of dance, 90s dance stuff, so we're going to attempt to maybe make something a little bit more upbeat than I would normally make. So I'm going to have a crack at trying to make a dance beat from scratch using this Novation Launch Key 61. And let's see how we get on. Yo! we've got like a bit of a chorusy kind of thing down at the moment, and that's all we've got right this minute. But we've gone from nothing like 10 minutes ago to we've got a bit of this going on at the moment. Still sounds a little bit cheese at the minute, but I'll figure all that out afterwards. Now the idea now is going to be I'm going to try and simplify it for the verses, strip the drums down a little bit, do some build-ups, and then just try and structure the song a little bit now. So back into. Liz has randomly just come up with some lyrics very quickly, and we're just going to stick something down just to see how it sounds in context with the song. Starting to come together though, coming together pretty fast as well. We've only been working on it for less than 20 minutes, so sounding good already. Right, so I think we're calling it a day now. We've been at it for about 10 hours. We're absolutely knackered. We've had enough. We want to go home. Lizzie's voice is shot. I'm tired. But we have come up with a bit of a chorus, and I've been playing with Antares Harmony Engine for this bit. Let me just show you what that sounds like first.
I need your love, yeah, I need your love.
So that gives us an idea of what it would sound like if we got loads of vocals on it. And then mixed in with the rest of the chorus, this is how it sounded.
I need your love, yeah, I need your love, 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 I need your love.
Dance songs are... Yeah, it goes up at the end. Yeah, so dance songs are quite repetitive. It's not my usual jam, but yeah, I think we could probably finish that and work on it some more. We're going now. Goodbye.